Well, we're finally here, guys, into 2022, so these are all of my pickups for January 2022. Okay, so this month for me has been a mixed bag. I mean, some awesome, great stuff, and then at the end, some total shitty stuff. But we don't want that straight away, so yeah, it's kind of been, I think, people have been doing their after Christmas purge, and so there's actually quite a lot locally to me this month. So my first pickup is, yes, a 2DS, and I know we all heard, oh, but Cliff, you sold your 2DS stuff, but you've been buying it back lately and you had nothing to play it on. Well, this actually turned up locally, and it is pretty, you know, mint condition. Original stylus is there. I mean, there's no box or instructions, and you know, the first thing you do is you get the stylus out and see how small it is, and you think, what? That's mad. But when you get used to it, it's absolutely fantastic. And I shoved a bigger memory card in it, and it came with this, it came with that, it came with Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, which is going to CEX, and it came with a game on my to get list, which is Sonic Boom. So yeah, I was playing this afternoon, and it's actually not bad. It's weird because it puts me more in mind of Sonic and the Lost World from the Wii U, sorry. But yeah, so all this lot locally was equivalent to 35 quid. So you get a 2DS XL, mint condition, charger, 2 games, one which is going to be sold, and a Sonic game from the to get list. Didn't think about how I'm going to stack it all up, so here we go. And so of course, I've got some DS stuff, didn't I? And I've had CEX credit for ages, needing to be spent. So this is a case of like 2 weeks. So the first week I went over to the Ramsgate CEX. I picked up Sonic Rush Adventures for £8. And yeah, one of the ones I had before and sold. I tried to play this today. My God, it has like the longest startup ever. I did actually get around to the top world, which is kind of like Mario in a way, but I didn't actually get into the gameplay, but looking forward to actually getting into it. And after spending plenty of time with the 2DS, I know I'm going to be able to get into it. And then the following week, I saw this. Bubble Revolution. So first of all, it's got the classic version of Bubble on it, and it's absolutely freaking brilliant. Fantastic. You know, so chuffed to have it. And then you actually play Bubble Revolution, and it's shit. It's horrifying. I mean, you have to scroll left and right and scroll up the screen, and the redesign of Bob is just absolutely freaking awful. I mean, yeah, it is Bubble, but I think it was Dual Shot, the one I meant to get back if I see, which I will. Ding! It's my lovely cup of tea. So something happened. I, of course, have had a Nintendo ID on my previous 2DS, sorry, that I sold. And of course I didn't do the deactivation thing properly, so when trying to reactivate that, I had to go on to Nintendo, message them all my details and everything like that, and then, you know, all dues, 48 hours, they disconnected my account from my old 2DS, and it was all ready to go on this one, so brilliant. And I noticed, looking on the, I think it's My Nintendo page, that I had the coins at the top. I had so much, like 500 and something of this one, and then 320 gold. Now I knew about the gold coins, but I did not know about the other coins. So I was kind of like looking, what are they for? And this little thing come across the bottom, catch me, you can get 10 more today. So I clicked on that, and it's kind of like a little club Nintendo there. So I looked through. I mean, I think I might have actually got the points. Those points were buying Duncan's OLED Switch, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so I had a look around the selection of stuff, and it's like, wow, it is Club Nintendo over and over again. Club Nintendo, I absolutely loved. I thought it was brilliant. So, I clicked on something. It turned up, and I do love the way Nintendo package stuff. I mean, it's always in this. And so with my 500 points, which I spent on, I had to pay $1.99 postage. But I had no arguments paying for that, because I think these are freaking brilliant. And they are the Metroid Dread pins. Lean forward so you can see that. Lighting disappears. And yeah, so they're actually on the Club Nintendo, or well, sorry, My Nintendo store, wherever it is. Now for 500 points, I mean, you can't actually buy them with money. And yeah, they're absolutely really cool. I'm getting the game ready to play. Yeah, I mean, really cool. I started looking for it, and I saw these, and then I was kind of like, yeah, I had to have it. I didn't want to look any further, so I ordered it, and really, really chuffed. A Nintendo win, that's for sure. And so this is something to add to the collection. This come up locally, £70. I messaged the person, they're like, clearing the attic out, we don't really want it anymore. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I can't make it. And so, you know, unfortunately, I had to kind of like think, damn, I'm never going to get this. He messaged me the next day, you can have £50, you can have this now, come and collect it. It's kind of like, okay, so got in my car, drove up there, and I purchased a boxed Mark II Sega Saturn. So the story is they're doing his dad's attic out, and this is one of the many things on there that they just wanted shot, they just wanted to get rid of. And the console itself is, I'd say it's dusty, so it's going to need the old polish, a bit of the old pledge cleaning and all that sort of stuff. But I tested it, and it all works perfectly. Really happy. I mean, it's not got the instructions, and one of the foldy arms inside has been torn off. But £50 for a box Saturn. And it's a bit grindy when it reads later, but it works perfectly. Change the battery, turn it off and on, and it keeps the saves, which doesn't happen these days. And but Dad doesn't what come of it. It came with 2 games. Sega Rally, which is not the worst condition Sega Rally ever, and digital pinball. And so I was really, really chuffed, really looking forward, and spent some time playing it. No, I do actually really like this. And so I went round there, and I was just talking to the guy, a really nice bloke, and he said, oh yeah, we also found something else while we was up there, and you can have it for free. What did he find up there? So you can see it in the bag, but a Sega Saturn 3D analog pad. So right now I'm thinking, well, I know Christmas is just gone, but I'm definitely having my Christmas right now. And so that was freaking brilliant. And I've got some notification alerts on CEX, which never bloody work, no matter how often you set them up and you know they say they're going to. 2 things came, no, first of all, one thing came in stock, which I ordered straight away. The Sega bass fishing with the fishing rod. Ordered that, and for 5 days it was, your item's waiting to be packed, your item's waiting to be packed. I knew I weren't going to get it. So I got the email messaging saying, you know, there's a problem with your order, blah blah blah, we will refund you in a voucher. And as I read that message, I thought I might as well check my to watch list on CX. And at that moment, 2 games come in stock that I needed for the Dreamcast. Well, it seems to be 2 games a month from CX at the moment. So, of course, I used that voucher, and I had a little bit left after to purchase the record of Lotus War, which, yeah, kind of like a Diablo style game. Not great, but okay. But the next one was awesome. The next one I think is absolutely fantastic, and that is Donald Duck Quack Attack. Now, I'd owned this like I think twice before, but I never ever got around to playing it. And so I gave this about 2 hours the other day. And this is where you say, but 2 hours, Cliff. Your Dreamcast, you said it doesn't last more than 10 minutes before it resets. Hence, something else. Now everyone knows Martin. Maybe not everyone knows, but I certainly do. My friend Martin from Norwich, who works in Last Level Games, he knew for quite a while I needed a new Dreamcast. And so he was like, we've got one here you can have, really good price. If you just need the console, you can have that. So I'm like, oh yeah, go on in, I'll have that, I'll have that. And bearing in mind, I've just got the Saturn. So I went to Martin, what Saturn game do you in stock? So he sent me a list, and I basically picked up some filler. But it turned up a couple of days afterwards, I got my Sega Dreamcast, and it's so weird. A Dreamcast, it's a Mark 1, which is cool, you know, hit Mark 2. It doesn't reset. I mean, I'm not even playing the game, not really willing to get into it because I know it's going to die. But the Dreamcast doesn't die. And look, the Dreamcast is at the front. I'll put the games at the front as well, as Sega should be. And yeah, he had a couple of Saturn games in stock, so I took just shelf fillers. So I got Madden 97, and FIFA 97. Not great games, I know, but as I said, shit shelf fellas. And so I was just kind of like, you know, I love the Saturn, and I really do regret getting rid of so many of the games. So I went out on a bit of a splurge with my credit to some local shops and some local CXs. And I picked up 15 cheap Sega Saturn games, all £5, £5 to £7. And I got home. And as soon as I started unboxing them, which I didn't do in the shop, which I'm an idiot, I should do, I remembered the paranoia and why I sold a lot of my Saturn stuff years ago. So I picked the first disc up, put it up to the light, yeah, disc rot. And it was kind of like someone had done it with the scissors, you know, like Bishop in Aliens does the bloody Hudson. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. So I looked at the second game, looked at the third game. I bought 15 games in total. I think 12 all had major signs of the dreaded dotty disc rot. And out of the 12, nearly all of them booted up to the start screen. But when it comes to press start, they wouldn't work. See, normally I'd put the discs in my PC, but we'll come back to that in a moment. And so there was 3 more. Now these 3 more, I was absolutely chuffed. Cheap ones, but I was still on a massive downer through 12 disc rot bloody discs. And so I was like, yeah, I'll play these. Didn't work. So first of all I thought, is it that machine? So I went up and got 4 of my other Saturns, and they didn't work on any Saturn. So I went back to the shop, and I had no issues with CEX or the shops. As soon as I showed them the dots, they refunded me, no questions asked. And one of the shops, one of my local shops, I'm not going to say which one it is, and local means southeast of England, actually said, right, can you help me go through all of my Saturn games? Now he had about 65 Saturn games, and all bar 3 had major signs of disc rot. And the guy, he's quite new, and he didn't know basically what disc rot was. He didn't, you know, he put it in, it started up, it worked, he cleaned it, he put it, and he didn't know. So you could see his disappearing, because there were 3 £200 plus games that were just riddled with disc rot. And one, it looks like there was an S, but the disc rot was so bad. And you know, because sometimes you get the misprints in the factory, but no, these were laser burns. And he said they all came from maybe 2 games, were from the same person, but no, they were all from different people. So right then I'm like, that's it. I can't be doing this. I love my Saturn. My Saturn, Saturn's still like the 360. It's my favourite console ever, but I can't be dealing with the fact that you've got a game on the shelf, and a few days down the line, or a few months down the line, the disc rot can stop it from working. So I, earlier in the month, decided it was time for something. When me and Tony and Richard started this channel, a year into it, I was like, right, I need to get a PC. And that PC was 8 years old. And if you've heard me and Tony moan through the years on this channel, well, not so much the last 2 years, because I've like dragged Tony on even more. And I will. I was going to bloody power director, bloody Cyberlink power director, Cyberlink power director, Cyberlink power director, Cyberlink blah 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 blah. And so that was it. So I went to Richard's in a month, and I said, Rich, it's time. So we spent about till 3 o'clock in the morning. We was going through all the sites, all the deals. And not only did I get a PC, Richard has said with a few upgrades, this PC puts me into the PC Master race, so joining Richard and Tony there. So I paid pretty much every last penny I had. And I booked it. I put some money by it, I booked it from AO because it wasn't in stock. Now it came back in stock, and it was limited stock, they got 3 in. And my PC, I mean, if I was to edit an hour video, I mean, I know I don't do much editing, but it would take me 4 to 5 hours because of the freezing and the crashing and stuff. So I went, stuff it. I sold some CX vouchers as well. I got it, and it turned up, and wow, it came with Windows 11, so strange because it didn't come with a DVD drive. So I'm like, oh great, well this is weird. But I also have a laptop that I use. And so I'm like, well, when I got that laptop, it didn't have a drive. So many years ago, I got a DVD drive for it. So that's alright. So I shoved the DVD drive in, put my Power Director on, praying that the bloody license was going to work. Because of course now with Power Director at Cyberlink, you can only do the yearly subscription. And it worked, and it seems flawless. However, I haven't edited a video yet on it. This one will be the first ever video I edit on it. And you know, DVD player, set it all up, put my programs on. Within 2 days, and a lot of help from Richard. Richard, you're a superstar. I'm a member of the PC Master Race. I was playing Forza Horizon 5 on the PC. And for me, if you've only ever had a PC that struggles to play bloody the basic MAME, yeah, it's an experience, I tell you. And it says apparently all I need to do is shove in 32 gigs of RAM and it will be up there with top spec. So I'm really happy, really happy with that. And at the same time, I was kind of like, yes, I can check my Saturn games. So I got my data checker, installed it, little program I got on the disk, the exe, installed it, fine. The drive doesn't read CD Saturn disks. It reads CDs, doesn't read Saturn disks, doesn't detect them at all. And in case you're wondering, my old PC is formatted. And I basically just refreshed it, I put Cyberlink on it as a backup just in case I need it. And I don't know why, but data cleaner, data checker will no longer install on the old PC. So I couldn't check the data on the CDs. The upside is I managed to join the PC Master Race, which purely is for my editing tools. That is simply it, that is the main reason. And the downside, I was going to check Saturn disks. And I was pretty rock bottom, low rock bottom. And so it sucks. It did suck because I love the Saturn, and there's always something with Saturn games, and the discs, oh, it's heartbreaking. But nevertheless, that's the PC story. And yeah, so as you know, as I said, I got a Dreamcast and Saturn games from Martin, and he has sent another game into the channel. Now, if you remember last year, he sent with Wave Interactive, I think it is, Intrepid Izzy into the channel. So he sent this one, which I will be doing a video on soon. I should be able to actually do a video because I've got my OSSE from Tony. And yeah, so I'm really chuffed, really happy, you know, because of course he just sent it for free. It's like, yeah, do your video, cool, thank you very much, mine, you are a superstar. And if you ever want to know anything Dreamcast and you're in Norwich, pop into Last Level Games, Martin and Eddie. Martin, I know a bit more than Eddie, but because Martin is Mr. Dreamcast, he is fantastic. And I'll always praise that guy, he's a top guy. And I've realised there's addresses on both sides of this envelope, so I can't put it down. So I started feeling a bit good, got that, got some other bits. So it's been a really good progressive month. I've got some nice little bits, nothing amazing, just bits you don't really see very more. 2 more bits of Dreamcast list, PC. Something weird happened. I was at a game for free by Nintendo. Strange. Don't know why. It's addressed to me. It's in the box. To me. I, you know, not being charged, anything like that. But to me, from Nintendo. So, I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. But anyway, free is always good. And it's a game I'm never going to play. But I got sent Pokemon Arceus. Yeah. I did not pay a penny. So I was kind of like through the roof. I mean, the thing is, I'm saying I might never play it. I've been watching my daughter play hers, and it does actually look really good. I mean, the graphics look dreadful, but you know, come on, Switch Pro. So yeah, maybe tempted, maybe. So here's the bit that sucks. I've spent a lot of money this month. It's kind of like a fallout. I mean, most of it was credit, and a lot of it was savings that I had put by for certain other things. And tonight, I'm filming this it's the early hours of the morning, 31st of January. I'm actually supposed to be at Tony's, and we're going to be we were supposed to be filming top 3 games of the year we played for in 2021. But obviously I'm here. But Cliff, why are you there? So I was at work, and my car is a vital part of work life. Every part of me. My car is the most vital thing, apart from my organs, of course, that I have. And at work on Friday, with no signs of it, any of the reasons at all, it just died. And it was just a weird one. Starter motor seems to be going, but it sounds like there's something inside the engine blocking it from turning. And the car was flawless. I've had the car for 5 years. You've seen it many, many times on the game hunting videos before and the one during COVID. And so, say 5 years I had the car, never had any major issues with it. It's been the best car ever. You know, repairs always low. I'm feeling really depressed because I love that car. I'm kind of worried. Oh my god, I need my car for life. Basically, no car means I can't work. And so, yeah, so I spent the money on the PC and this, and my car's. I don't know if it's dead. I'm praying it's working tomorrow. It's actually going to be where it's parked. Really convenient because it broke down around the corner from me. I mean, I could have been 50 miles away from home. And like an idiot, I didn't renew my breakdown cover. So if I would have been out in the sticks or something, I would have been stuck. But, yeah. So tomorrow morning it's going in the back of a truck and it's been taken to my mechanics. But my fingers crossed that my car can be fixed. Because the last thing I need to do now is try and sort a new car. Because, no, I love my car. And it sucks. It really, really does suck. I need tea to cheer me up because I'm talking about my car. But, on the upside, my mechanic, a guy called Simon, is amazing. He has never ever not been able to solve an issue with a car. Many times in the past, in 15 years I've used him, I'm adamant I've had cars that were dead, that were gone. And he was like, no, it's just this little bit off. Yeah, it's a bit of a major job, but he's fixed it every single time. And I have OCD, and I'm really OCD about my car, and people I let sort of look at it and stuff, and I can do a little work myself. But Simon, pretty please fix it, I love my car, I need my car. Anyway, sorry about a little bit of personal stuff. It's kind of like, great month, fantastic month. I'm flying high, I'm flying all bit of a down because of Saturn stuff. Free Nintendo game, cut, splat, dead. Ugh. But yeah, sorry for that little bit. I just thought I'd share a bit of sadness going on. Because I mean, the car is part of the channel. It's been here for 5 years. You've seen it many, many times in the background and the insides of it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I think I've had an absolutely fantastic month. Thanks Nintendo, but brilliant. I don't know if you watch me, because if you do, why? Because I'm no one. But thank you. Massive, super duper shout out as always to Eddie and especially Martin from Level Up Games in Norwich. Hit them up on their website, fantastic guys, and they send stuff. It's bomb proof. I mean, I've done unboxings on this channel a few times. I wasn't going to do an unboxing on this one because it was only a few bits, but of course it was again sent completely bomb proof. And I'm really, really chuffed. So yeah, really happy. I mean, local pickups were really good, and the Metroid pin badges, which are cool, and I didn't even know was going on. So I need to find out how you get them. Is it platinum, silver, coins? I know about the gold ones. The gold ones are for the games. But yeah, and this is really bad. If you like the original Bubble, get it. It's good, but the other game on it is good dreadful. And that Donald Duck Quack Attack, amazing game. But this coming to the channel soon. Video number 2 of a brand new Dreamcast game. So anyway guys, this has been a long one. Thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourself, please. Alright, any comments down below, what you've been up to, what you picked up? Had any good or bad stories this month? I mean, I've shared some of my bad stuff. Feel free to share yours. Me, and even now Tony is back to replying on the videos. So, take care, guys, and I'll catch you all later.